Hello everyone, welcome to Dark Knight Deku. Or, what if Deku was the Dark Knight? This will be a different type of what if you will. So, yes. This will also start at the USJ. Or, what did my notes say? Okay, yeah, it is after the USJ. Sorry, I just had to redo my notes, sorry. Or reread them. Okay. Deku would walk into class. Gets hit and gets knocked out. Deku would get knocked out by an unknown person. And now Deku would be in a different room. He would wake up. Bakugo, Aizawa, Shinzo, and a couple other people would be there. Midoriya would be asking, what is the meaning of this? And why am I here? Kirishima would say, as Kirishima would flip, skipping way too ahead of the notes. As Kirishima would be counteracting his argument. Shut up, you traitor. As he would hit Deku using his quirk. As Deku would scream from them that punch. Due to Kirishima using his quirk on Midoriya. Okay, next words. It's very slow. It kind of loads very slow, so please have some time. Okay, hold up. As All Might would come in and hit Deku. And also would grab a piece of hair. And eventually eat it. Also, for reasons I'll say in this what if, past users of One For All are able to take the quirk back due to them technically being there before the next user. So yes. Plot convenience, why not? Okay, hold up, I have my phone wrong way. Okay, here we go. As Ochaka Araka would kick Deku. Deku would scream from the pain, but not of more of a very loud scream, more of a grr, if you know what I mean. As Araka would tell Deku to shut up, and that Ida is better than you. Yes. And come on, my thing loads so flippin' slowly. Yeah, practically. After that, Deku starts to get jumped by like everyone. And I mean everyone. So yeah. Ah, here we go. No, flip. I keep on skipping. Okay, here we go. As Bakugo Katsuki would be hearing screaming and would be running to the dorms. I believe they'll be in the dorms. Would they? Yeah, they'll be in the dorms, or at least in the dormitories. Or at least in like the main hall or whatever. Or in the room between that. I didn't really specify. So, I mean, Bakugo would start running into the room. And would start screaming, why is Deku in a chair? And, would start arguing with his classmates. What the flip is... hold up. Why is Deku in a chair, bro? What are you extras doing to him? Sorry. As of course, he would yell, what are you all doing? As I said before. As all of Classwood A would say that we're taking out the traitor. Bakugo would have counteracted that argument saying, evidence? Any evidence? Because I know very well he was with me the entire time yesterday. There's no way he could have done anything. As they would show Bakugo a picture, and he would reaccurate his counteraction. Yeah, I was with him all day. That picture is not him. Either Toga, that freak from the... Oh, wait, this... Flip, that hasn't happened yet. Hold up. Sorry. Going too far. Hold up. Okay, so Baku would say, when was this? Because I was with him all day yesterday. Him, and his mother were getting groceries. And the picture was set yesterday afternoon. Or technically from 2 days ago. It was technically taken 2 days ago, but they found the picture yesterday. So yeah. Bakugo would hit this is annoying. Using my phone. Come on. Okay, there we go. As well, the next thing is that is not him, extras. That's not him, extras. Plus, he was with me. Counteract what I said about his mother. I'll say him and his mother, not Inko, for reasons. Him and Mitsuki. Wait, no, they'll be at the funeral. So yeah. So they would question, Bakugo, where were you yesterday then? He would say him, his mother, and, Deku would be at a funeral. Specifically, Inko's funeral. As they would apologize, and Bakugo would be set into a grenade practically. You almost killed him just because you thought of accusation of a picture. Do you not know your own classmate's personality? Tss. Y'all extras don't even deserve to be heroes. And now we go to an unfainted Deku in the hospital bed. Midoriya would be sitting down, or knocked out, unconscious, in a hospital room. Scars, one from his back, somewhere near his torso, and a couple bruises on his face, due to being hit by Kirishima and using his quirk, so yeah. Aizawa would walk in. The doctor would be saying, yeah, surprisingly this boy is alive. He has 6 fractured ribs, a fractured leg, acid burns, scrapes, bruises, and a scar on his eye. Right above his eye. This is going to be a short video, by the way. So yeah. Aizawa would thank the doctor for the news, and would run to Deku. Are you okay, problem child? Well, expected. Okay, can you hurry up and load next notes? Apparently, I need to get... great. Okay, anyways. Yeah. Midoriya, unlike that, there'll be another instance of another accusation of Midoriya. Hey Midoriya, at first Aizawa would walk back to the class and should expel Class 1A, as he thinks. Except for Bakugo, since Bakugo didn't do anything. But, unknown to Aizawa, the police would be at Midoriya's hospital bed. They have gotten a picture or a scene of, him killing a couple heroes. Quite a bit of them, precisely about 10. And this would have been Himiko Toga in disguise, as Midoriya would be arrested, even with the wounds he has on him, as he would be sent to prison. Yes. After going to prison, Midoriya would be confused as like, what? Why am I here? The next day, people would notice that Midoriya isn't here. He isn't in class, which is very suspicious, meaning that he's usually either early or just on time, or a little late sometimes, technically. Midoriya wouldn't notice that he would be in prison until he woke up, by the way. They kind of arrested him while he was unconscious, so I mean, yeah. Midoriya would wake up and would start not yelling, but being in a predicament, you can say. As he would yell out for help. Where am I? Where am I? As no one would answer him, and the guards will tell him to shut up from the prison. He would have no idea on what he would have done. Deku, what they have evidence for, which technically isn't evidence, is just footage of Toga killing people. He would have had 20 confirmed kills with an entire, An entire agency burnt down to the ground using a bomb. They didn't kill, Toga herself didn't kill anyone in that room, but they more or less planted a bomb in an agency and kind of blew 3 up. Yes, they blew up 3 agencies with 20 heroes. So yes. Midoriya would be confused and asks, why is he here? As a person would walk up and tell him what happened. Midoriya would be confused, but inevitably there would be a note sent to UA. I'll be leaving UA. If people don't trust me nor believe me, there's no point in me staying here. You all broke my trust except for Bakugo and Aizawa. As this would be forged letter. As people, everyone would believe it and would be feeling sad for Deku. Bakugo, though, would sense something different, though. He wouldn't sense that this writing is Deku's. Because he would get one of Deku's notes. Or specifically the 13 book. And, compare them to the note. Aizawa, I don't think this is Deku's writing. What do you mean, Bakugo? Look at this. This is his book from a couple years ago that I blew up for reasons. For personal and jealous reasons. I was a unhinged kid, you can say. Anyways, that doesn't matter. These notes, Deku's writing, he uses cursive. This person uses normal letters. As you see, every time he writes something down, he always writes it in cursive. Which is really awkward, since Deku never really writes normally, unless it's in his secret notes stash. Even so, the writing doesn't look like this. It's more of Deku's more of a robot-like typer writer. He writes and it looks like it's been typed, but it hasn't. This is normal writing from a person, not our Deku. As they would start to get curious, and they'd start investigating. As now we would have a time skip. Deku's personality has been changed for anger. And when it happened, they finally found out by 5 years, yes, 5 flippin' years, Deku. It wasn't Deku's writing at all. It was someone else's. As this would be all for one's plan to get, the number one users off. The number one predecessor users, off the battlefield. This would have hardened Midoriya to his core. Due to meeting, he would meet the sludge villain again. But more of a... he would have this type of ball inside of him. It would be weird. Every time, it would be in the center of the sludge villain. Every time the sludge villain would try to attack someone or anything like that, it would kind of shock him. Or, would give him a very hard shock. Midoriya got PTSD from the sludge villain, so we all know how that started. What else would have happened is he would have fallen muscular and, yeah. Also, this is before the forest arc, so he would have met muscular before the forest arc. And let's say Midoriya. The pure-hearted Midoriya we knew was gone, you can say. Physically, if you know what I mean. If you know, you know. He kind of Midoriya didn't know the rules of a jail, you can say. Dropping the soap and a couple other things as well. He was too scared to do things. In fact, when he was in the shower, he was so scared he kind of dropped the soap, if you can get the drift. So, yeah. Midoriya right now is... He's running the prison right now. Everyone knew him as like a crybaby before, but now that he's, 5 years later, he's running the prison now. Or at least when it comes to prisoner standpoints. Everyone knows who he is. So yeah. And you can say that Deku has been through a couple fights. A couple, if you will. He's learned how to, prison fight and other things like that. How to hide things very well. Very, very well. Shanks, what was it? He had especially Deku, by the time it was a year, Midoriya would have already had about 10 secret ways to hide items. And he would have used all 10 of them. Deku would always have his, either his, he wouldn't have, anyways, Deku would always have, things around him, if you will. Either in his pockets, all the way on the bottom, a little bit torn, sharp objects, under his feet, inside of his shoes, anywhere realistically. Anywhere that can be hidden in the human, or prisoner, uniform, Deku would have found it out and, would hide weapons. Specifically due to people underestimating his size. And Deku, over the time span of 3 years, his height, or the time span of 2 years and 3 years, Deku's height has increased. Very. Deku has also worked out a lot. Deku would have become taller than Bakugo by then. And inevitably, also, by the way, Class 1A, everyone besides Bakugo and Aizawa would have, they wouldn't have noticed any difference. It's like, oh yeah, he left UA on. Anyways, that doesn't really matter. He left. It is what it is. They wouldn't have really looked into it due to them, he said they thought he said in the letter, yeah, you betrayed my trust. I don't trust y'all anymore. So yeah, which technically is true, but he's not the one who wrote it though. Deku right now has he has a belt on him. You got that. You mess with me, I'm gonna fuck you up belt. So yeah, he got. How would you say? Take Izuku from Midoriya from the manga, put him in prison for about 5 years, and then give him Black Force energy of like Jason Todd, the cruelty of Jason Todd on how this man don't fuck around. Yeah. And people, by the way, by the second month that he was in prison, people found out, everyone eventually, due to people not really asking questions, they found out that, oh yeah, Deku's homeless now. Like, bro, this man don't got no money. And they still didn't look for him. Which, just wait until this man gets out of jail. Yo, he about to beat everyone's ass up. Yo, for real. So, yeah. Also, by the end of the second year, he would have been transferred to Tartarus due to accidentally killing 3 people. Self-defense, of course. Yeah. You can say that. Technically 2 people, but the other 2 people, they weren't able to find the bodies. And he was in prison. Like, it was out in the open, too. He killed 5 people out in the open. And they're only able to find 3 of the bodies. Yeah, the 2 others, you can say he kind of... Muscular didn't have a good day, you would say. It was more of payback from Deku. It was like, bet. About to put this under Muscular's bed. As soon as the guards find him, bet. He about to go to Sandbox. That's what he gets. Yeah. As of course, after Deku would leave, there would be, prison riot, and, a couple of prisoners would have escaped. Being transferred to Tartarus for the other 3 years, Midoriya, he would have become even crueler. Not Batman cruel, Moon Knight cruel. If you all know who Moon Knight is, then y'all know how cruel this man is. And just wait until he gets out of prison. This man about to be the cruelest man, even crueler than Moon Knight. This man about to give not 2 shits about any criminals. He about to drop them instantly. You don't give me information, bet I'm about to become your worst nightmare. Like, bruh. Yeah, he'd be terrifying, bro. He'd be terrifying. After being transferred due to killing, I mean, it is seen that he did kill 5 people. And, casualties would be about 10. Yeah, people try to, jump him, but yeah. Them 15 people, or, wait, 13? Yeah, 13 people didn't see it coming. This man was about to, let's say they all had broken bones afterwards. And then, the 5 dead bodies, technically. So, yeah. No, 15. Yeah, 15 people. He was transferred from Tartarus to Tartarus, and inevitably, that is when all sense of justice from Deku would be gone. He would learn, like a certain sniper, quirked individual, he would learn that the hero society is corrupt. And in prison, he would hear stories of, he would hear, ex-heroes, villains, ex-villains, just people from, the society that he would get, stories from. Or the past. He would know that, the hero faculty, they ain't innocent. They nowhere near innocent. They killed innocent people before. Very clearly killed innocent people before. And by this time, there would have been killings all across the city of heroes. Hold up, gotta check my notes. Okay. Oh, by the way, everyone is to become a sidekick. You need 5 years. To become a true hero, you need 10 years. And this, by the way, this is going to be a college. Yeah. Why convenience and reasons? You can say Deku's not the kindest bunch of people. Yeah. Anyways, transfer to Tartarus. Deku, due to being in a prison already, he would have already, figured out routes to escape. Or at least, things to escape. He would have, these, this, and this, ways on escaping. And inevitably, after the 2 years, UA would have, asked them to, take Deku out of, the prison, but they found out that he was transferred to Tartarus, which will mean a longer time. Nezu would have, it would take a pretty good amount of time to get him out of Tartarus. But Deku wanted to stay, though. The only reason he's staying is because he wants more information. And inevitably, he meets, what was his name? Moonfish. Yeah, Moonfish didn't stand a chance. As soon as, this man tried to, mess with Deku, bro. You can say Moonfish don't got no teeth anymore. Yeah, quirk useless. Wait, no, technically because he can regenerate his stuff due to growing. Nah, but entire day, this man didn't have any teeth, so yeah. Inevitably, Deku would be one of the most compacted, physiques in the entire prison. When it comes to human terms, he would be the strongest when it comes to natural. When it comes to quirk terms, he'll still be up there, but not as, high. What does this man do? Can't change the welcome. Yeah. Anyways, what is this man doing? Okay, so here we go. Hold up, this man wanted me to do Anyways, yeah, being in Tartarus taught Deku a lot of things. He would have the cruelty of Moon Knight, personality of Jason Todd, or mentality when it comes to society as Red Hood Jason Todd, and when it comes to physique, he would have Batman's physique. Okay, pending. Okay, Shadow, who the fuck is Shadow? Anyways, sorry. I'm just, I have thing. Yo, stop it. Here, take it. Gotcha. Take it. There. Yeah, this man being, yo, stop spamming my phone. I'm in the middle of the video. I got you. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, personality, cruelty of Moon Knight, physique of Batman, and society standards, thinking of Red Hood Jason Todd. So yeah, you can say this man ain't playing. Like, bro, villain's about to be scared of this man. It took exactly an entire 10 days for everyone to be scared of Izuku. Yes. 10 days. How did he do this? First, he made a prison riot in Tartarus. Flippin' Tartarus, the most secure facility. Yes, I don't know how he did it, but he did it. Made the first prison riot. He was the first ever person to make a prison riot in Tartarus. And escaping unharmed. There are about 30 casualties, by the way. If you're wondering. So, yes. Yes, man, I'm about to slap this man. Anyways, enough of that. Sorry, my homeboy keep on texting me, bro. Anyways, enough of that. This is the first visit that UA would bring to Tartarus. Deku's cell would be the most. Take all for one cell and like times that by like 2. As soon as this man moves, he would be shot dead in his face and body. This man would be lit up. And the fun thing is, people, how do you say, people or Tartarus, the prison itself, would have, due to Deku behaving, in their eyes at least, they don't know he made, the first riot, but they don't really know anything about him since, he keeps it on the down low of, like, him being involved in anything. So the guards will think he's good enough to, they would, in some things, they would make him a guard. Or a prison guard, technically. He would still be a guard of the prison, but he would still be a prisoner. He wouldn't be allowed to have any guns or tasers or anything. He would have to do it physically. As, they would, request Deku. Over the time, Deku would become a guard in Tartarus prison while also still being a prisoner. Deku would have a very title. He will be that one dude you don't want to fuck with. Because if you do, you're going to end up in the cell. Like, you're going to end up in, like, the hole or sandbox or desert. Whatever that punishment is in prison, so yeah. Deku himself made his own punishment, you can say. His punishment is, if you ever seen Batman hang someone from their feet from a building, that's the punishment. He would drop you about 5 times. The people would be they would, yeah, he's very intimidating when it comes to, practically torturing people. As a couple, 2 years would have went by, being on his 4th year, Deku by then would have became the leader of, the guard group. And eventually would have... Yes, he still is a prisoner, because, he doesn't want to escape yet. Until UA visits him for the first time. In 4... Nah, you know what? I'll say they visit him on the 5th year. So by then, he's the captain of, the entire guard squad. Okay, everyone. Go to your stations. Here and here and here. Usually, I feel like today people are going to try to escape. We need guards here, here, and here. Have the cameras trained on this position, and this position. We can't have any of them. I've heard some in the prisoners are been trying to escape due to my absence of being a prisoner. That does not mean they will be able to escape. Also, I've been hearing plans from the outside sources that there might be a prison break. So I need you here, here, and here. Also, I need eyes and ears. In this group, this and this. As he would lay down like 50,000 things they need to do to prevent this. And yes, he was correct, actually. And eventually, someone else would be let on the task force. Lady Nagant. Lady Nagant, due to people... Deku, how would you say, is a very forgetful face. So as soon as you see it, you kind of forget it. Especially since Deku spends his time very, cautiously and, very accurately. People don't notice that he's, the guard or the captain due to, him. All the prisoners don't know anything about him. So he's usually always in his cell. And, people never really get to see his face. So, as a prison guard, he would have the red suit. Red suit. Eventually being the rank of, top in security. There'll only be one other person with, a council above him, but that'd be all. As it'll be the 5th year, as Lady Nagant is now second in command. Why is she not first? Well, I mean, if you have a Batman, that the physique of Batman, the mentality and, society mentality of, Red Hood, Jason Todd, and the cruelty of Moon Knight, you'll figure out why Lady Nagant isn't flipping first command. You'll very quickly see. She respects Deku with high standards. Like, if no other guard can keep a prisoner in check, it would be Deku. Like, as soon as there's, a break-in, or, somewhat, a prisoner breaks out of their cell, they instantly call Deku, because Deku don't play that shit. If you are messing around in his, he owns a prison, practically. If you mess around in his prison, you fucked. You fucked. That's literally, there's literally that word, you fucked, or 2 words, you fucked. There is no, you escape. There's you being 6 feet underground and you hanging off a skyscraper, practically. So, yes. Yeah. Okay, so... The next thing is it'll be the 5th year. As I said, Lady Nagant will be in second command. He will be in first command. This will be called... I mean, there'll still be, generation... I mean, a couple people, a lot of people or guards above him. But he'll be what would they call it? What do I call it? Prison guards. Or no, guard prisoners, yeah. They'll be, the guard prisoners of the prison. Or at least of the first... second, third, fourth levels. No, first, second, and third levels. Deku would be, in charge of the 4th and 5th levels. The 4th and 5th levels will be underground. Actually, there'll be a lot more than 5th levels. There'll be about 15 levels. Deku would control about 10 of the levels. The only levels he wouldn't be able to, take over would be the top, the top 5. Or not the top 5, but, the ones closest to the surface. Because all the other levels are underground. So all the other things are, in the surface. He wouldn't be able to take control of those ones. As UA would finally meet up with him, and, they would give evidence that Deku was innocent. Man. This man, everyone respected him. All the guards of Tartarus respected him. Even the council, the hero, what was it? The Hero Organization Council from the manga that kind of, gave the, Lady Nagant the missions, respected him with, uphold most regard. Due to how, respectful he can be. He was just terrifying to prisoners. As in the interaction between Aizawa, All Might and Bakugo, Midoriya would have went down. Or fainted for a bit. Would have, got out of his cell and fainted. And in that dream, due to, Deku has a very high tech, what was it called? Prison cell. It's all in darkness. So Deku would have had, 5 years on echolocation. Meaning that, yeah, you ain't gonna hide from this dude. If you're in the darkness, good luck, bro. As Deku would faint outside of his cell, as he would be dreaming, guards would come up to him and was like, "Hey, yo, Red Hood," because he would have the Red Hood logo, he would have the Red Hood setup, guard version. It's like, "Hey, yo, you good, Red Hood? Yo, you good?" Because the guards wouldn't be scared of him because he knows he good. The only people that that should really be scared of him are the people who do him dirty. So, they pick him up and, give him, send him to the recovery, facility. Which, in his mindscape, he would meet Nana Shimura. Even though he doesn't have the quirk at all. Hello, boy. I'm sorry for your bad hand in life. For that, I would give you 2 abilities. These will not be quirks, though. These will be gifted abilities, specifically from you. For you. First, you'll be able to have proper control of things. Scratch that. You would be able to summon bats. Have smoke screen, which is technically a quirk, but yeah. You would have smoke. I will give you smoke screen to summon bats and to have a 3rd ability. This 3rd ability would be it's terrifying. If you want to know, what was his name? Batman Beyond, Arkham City, ending, secret ending. If you know what happens in that ending and you know why it's so different from the others, you know what ability I'm about to give him. Yeah. The darkest shit you can give this man. Fear toxin. Or fear gas. So he has technically 3 abilities that aren't quirks. Fear gas. Smoke screen. And summon bats. By the way, these are minor things. They aren't abilities, but they are minor abilities. Deku actually had to train them for about a couple months. Technically, this will be in midway of about the end, or, the midway during the 5th year. He would gain these abilities. Deku would be a very terrifying person, in general. As you know, come on, Red Hood. I don't know what happened in the morning, but people are here to break you out, and apparently you're innocent for your crimes. So here you go. Oh, hello, Aizawa, Bakugo Katsuki, and All Might. How are you? I should be in my route. Not route, what was the word called? I should be in my station right about now, so what do you want? We got you free. We got enough money, and, we have enough evidence to get you free. Oh, did you know? I enjoy being a guard here, so I'll probably take this job. The only difference is that I'll actually get paid. This will be a side job, though. I'll take your exit key. But I'm keeping the suit, though. Since I am technically still working here, I'll be keeping the suit. And my native Red Hood. By the way, in this entire time, Deku has not once taken off the Red Hood outfit since he became a guard. Since, you know, the beginning of, or the midway during the 3rd year. He became a guard the 3rd year. A very low-class guard, but they still give him, like, you know, they didn't give him, you know, the stuff he has now, because he earned all the stuff he had now. But he had, like, a minor stuff. Think of, like, a minor guard, like a heavy-duty guard outfit, because, I mean, it is, you know, Tartarus, so, you know, a low-class heavy-duty guard outfit. And so, after, Deku would also be given this, you know, to be, you know, notice that, you know, oh yeah, he is, you know, a prisoner, and whatnot. The mask, so he is a prisoner. He would keep it, because he thinks it looks cool. He would just, you know, after, you know, saying he's innocent, he would advance the armor a bit. And due to, you know, him earning, you know, the top class, you know, the highest type of armor and stuff you can get in the prison, he would advance it. What do you mean? If you know Diggable Beach, they never really said what they did with the trash. Or, not trash, but scrap. You know where I'm going with this. And, you know, Deku would also be given, you know, items from his mother. Or, when you die, your, you know, the options, you know, you say before you die is, you know, giving or inheriting things from your, you know, your ancestor. Or your mother or father. Deku would have, inherited, what was it? I have my notes right here. Hold up, let me, where were the notes? Let me, what was it? What was it made out of? Hold up, I had, what it made out of. Oh no, I think I went a bit far. Here we go. Oh wait, I have it in my pictures album. Oh wait, yeah. Head up, sorry. I forgot I actually had this in my albums. Here we go. So, he would advance the Kevlar, the, what was it, iron or titanium? I believe it was made out of titanium, or at least a steel alloyed. The, advanced guard set, so... I'll say he made it out of a Kevlar, titanium, steel, bulletproofed iron, chassis, leggings, and, you know, eventually, helmet. So, you can say Deku's armor is bulletproof. Unless you have, you know, a high duty, you know, or a high duty type of bullets. You have specific bullets to even, you know, have a dent, like sniper shots and, you know, very heavy duty stuff to even dent Deku's armor. And, you know, by the time Deku, he was given time off from UA. Yes, he was invited back to UA, but he had things to do. They gave him a complete 10 months to rejoin UA. So in the time span of 10 months, Deku would have gotten, you know, an old Sudan car, practically, you know, passed down by his mother. What did I say again? How did it go? inherited a suit on from his mother. And using scrap from the scrapyard and the scrap from Dagobah Beach, using it very, very advancedly, Deku would make military-esque fashion stuff. Due to him, being, he would sell, make, and craft support item gear for the 5 months. And after that, he would create a very unique car. Yes, I'm giving him it. If you're wondering. If you know, you know. True Batman fans know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And it's not the normal one either. It's the one from the, what was it? The no, not the video games one. Yeah, it's the one from the video game series, by the way. The car from the video game series. What was it called? It was like a tank mixed in with like a car. I can't remember how they created it specifically in the games, but it's the Batman car from the games. So yeah, it has a lot of shit. And also Deku he got that cash on him too, not just from being a guard in Tartarus, but from creating and giving out support items to heroes and recreating Aizawa's stuff. He advanced Aizawa's, goggles and other things to kind of zoom in like a sniper scope for the goggles. And, yeah. And this time they would give out, a sports festival, if you will. They would announce that Deku would be playing in it. Or, being in it. No one really, all of Class 1A was surprised except for, Bakugo and the people who actually visited Deku. The other people didn't really give a crap about him, but I mean... Deku, he kind of salty still. And so he has two versions of the suits. He has his, the suit that's made of, his, customized suit, which is, he has this guard suit, or technically his, customized guard suit, and then he has his own suit he built from scratch. So, yeah. He also got help from Mei Hatsume as well. So, yeah. As the sports festival would begin. I gotta increase the brightness on this. Right here. In the sports festival, there would be the team up, I think, the 1,000,000 points. Deku would have, of course, if you know how fast Deku is and the how smart he is. Deku would have, they have books. They had an entire library in the Tartarus. So yes, he read all of them, by the way, due to him, being there for 5 years, and it was a pretty big library. So yeah, he's very smart, super intelligence, in fact. The race, he would win. He would run, go past Ida. He would be faster than Ida, in fact. And, how to get past Katsuki and Todoroki. He would slowly but surely catch up to Katsuki, and using the mines on the minefield, he would collect, like, while running, he would collect them. And eventually putting them under him and kind of boosting him. While having his suit on, by the way. So, yes. The suit doesn't really give him any physical... I mean, technically. I mean, it doesn't make him faster. It just makes him more, tactical. A lot tactical. So, yes. Yeah. He would get, the 1,000,000 points or, 1,000 points. He would call out a couple people. Bakugo, Mei, and Shinzo. He would, you know, he would join forces with them. As they said, you have to have items before the match actually starts. So what Deku does, he gets a, how do you say, contacts something. What was it? Hold up, let me look for a few. Deku looks on his gauntlet and types something on his gauntlet. Hold up, where was it? Hold up. Where the flip did I have it? Hold up, sorry. Okay, a little bit before that. Where was it? Hold up, sorry, I'm just looking for what I needed. He taps the communicator button on his gauntlet, and yes, he has a gauntlet on his suit. Computer, send in Batmobile. 905 or 10.2. Why so advanced? Because Deku had 10 months. You give a month, he'll create one. Classical, yes, normal weaponry. You give him 10 months, this shit gonna be military based. This man's mind is a weapon on its own. He will kick your ass using physics and science. In a fight. So yes. Sending Batmobile version 10/3. 10 no, it's 10/5, yeah. 10/5. 10.5. To your location, sir. The Batmobile is now AI. Computer, initiate attack mode. Initiating attack mode. Sequences. As Bakugo would ask, what? How long did it take you to make this? Oh, about 3 months. I made the actual car about a month ago, or a month. The other times I would come was just upgrading it, honestly. 2 months, I added the... What was it? 2 months I was given, I added the weapons. 3rd month, I added the AI. 4th month, I kind of just went wild and just started upgrading it dramatically, so yeah. As the AI would sequence non-lethal rounds. Initiate non-lethal rounds. Yes, sir. Sounding like Alfred almost. So yes. He would be called. I just realized this is not going to be a long video. Yeah, this is going to be a very long video. As the car would be, coming in. Deku would just be standing. It was like, and out of nowhere, everyone just hears a Also, by the way, if you're wondering why it's like this, he created it out the, what was it? The suit on, his mom's suit on, and some parts and scraps. With a also Lamborghini engine, by the way. Yes, a Lamborghini engine. Or a Hypersport engine, technically, since those are technically faster. But anyways, yeah, it'd be a Hypersport engine. How? He has a lot of money on him, you could say. Especially for they had to give him money from how long he worked in the prison as a prisoner as well. Yeah, he's stacked. Also, he got some communications with the hero organizations. So they got him a Hypersport engine with a Hypersport and a couple of things. He kind of fused the cars together, or mixed the cars together. So yeah, with a Lamborghini as well. Why not? It's gonna be mad fast. Fast and furious. Okay, stop. As everyone hear a sudden roar in the distance, as in the area there would be a car. It'd be all the way on the opposite side of the field, by the way. Bakugo was like, "Hey, Deku, get out the way, get out the way." As you know, Deku just stands there, kneels, and jumps. Phew. As he would jump in the Batmobile. Don't call me Deku. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Dun-dun-dun-dun. As the come on, you all coming in too? Let's go. As the mode would have already, yeah, non-lethal rounds would have been shot. Uraka would have been shot twice, or in fact, nah, because she would dodge a couple of them using a quirk. Nah, because it's pretty accurate. I'll show you she's on a thing with with Ida, so she, Ida with his speed kind of dodged the bullets for her. So he kind of, put on Heat Seeker bullet mode, where it kind of, not Heat Seeker, but kind of, an automatic, lock on target type of thing. So yeah, like Iron Man suit. So kind of immediately just shot Ida's legs in the head. Bam. Rubber bullets, bro. Yeah. Ida out. Takes out Uraka. Uraka's team no longer can continue like a Pokemon. Is unable to battle. Todoroki is unable to battle after being shot with like one of those gas grenades and then missile. So yeah, rubber missile, if you will. It kind of shot hard rubber at everyone. Yeah, Izuku Midoriya team wins. That would be good. And that is where I'll end this off. Thank you everyone for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one.